All opinions, beliefs, and viewpoints expressed through this podcast are solely the author's own perspective and do not necessarily represent the views or opinions of VTS, the Noir Collective, or any other entity that VTS is associated with. Any content provided by authors on this podcast, including our guests, are their own opinion and are in no way intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything. VTS's podcast is not to be viewed as a news source. While we consistently discuss current events and cite sources that are both conventional and unconventional media, once again the views and perspectives addressed are the opinions of the author. While we continuously strive for accuracy and a depth of knowledge, we can and will be incorrect at times, as any transparent individual or organization will have to admit to.
There we go. Don't do drugs and use guns.
Public service now.
Public service now.
PSA.
And why you bullshitting? That's the pre-show hook. You know how we do it. We put the watch. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the VTS podcast.
What's this podcast, you say?
I got this. This podcast is the Safety and Protection Podcast presented by Biotechnical Solutions in the Noir Collective.
I appreciate the clarification. All right. My name is M. This is the Queen. This is D. We have a very engaging episode in store for you today, and we're looking forward to seeing you join us inside this podcast community.
If you would like more information on safety protection or overall education, check us out at btsprotect.com or on all social media at btsprotect.
Awesome. You can also check us out at TH3 Noir Collective on your social media platforms. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
You are joining us today. This episode, we are talking about the elephant in the room, and the elephant is holding the strap, or some people may call it the scrap. You know what I'm saying?
Country term for it?
The scrap.
Okay.
Oh, Northern strap.
Yeah. But the elephant in the room, but the elephant's holding the strap. So without explaining nothing, let's just jump into the episode and let's just baptize it.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Holding the strap. Let's go a little bit deeper. Let's back up. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. To me, first thing I think about is concealed carry license. People say, yeah, I got a concealed carry license to carry my gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
But everybody wants to tell everybody that they carry in their gun.
Yeah.
What ain't it called concealed?
It's concealed, in my bag.
In my bag.
Or in my pants. So
Wherever you put it. And y'all might put it in your purse or something.
Yeah, in your purse.
Little purse.
Yeah.
Okay, so all of that is dope.
Right.
And I agree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But why you got to tell everybody that you passed by that I got it on me?
I mean, I don't think it's everybody that they pass by. The sentiment in most circles is that you're amongst friends, so it's okay to share. It's like these my people, they know me, like they need to know I'm strapped just in case some shit go down.
Right.
I'm packing.
Yeah.
Lock and loaded.
Yes, sir. Yes.
If you haven't seen this episode,
the link will be here. Yeah. Man. So, okay. All right. Now, before we even start, the people, our community, we are not an organization that stands on the premise that what we say is all that goes. We accept that there are multiple perspectives, and we're not saying that ours is the only one right way. Mm-hmm. But there are some things that we do fundamentally disagree with. And some things we even lived and were victim of. Mm-hmm. We were culprits of, this being one of them. Mm-hmm. And the mindset now has changed. Hence the reason we are even here today discussing it. However, we think that it is paramount in the reformulation of how we speak about, how we think about, how we feel about firearms and firearm education, it's imperative that we change the mindset and how we're implementing the vernacular itself. So if we say we have a conceal, the vernacular states that we're not supposed to tell anybody we got it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is on you for your own safety and protection. That doesn't mean that you show aggression by verbalizing that.
Mm-hmm.
Because the moment that you do that, no matter how harmless it may seem to you,
Mm-hmm.
which I already hear some people disagreeing with me.
Mm-hmm.
I know y'all hear the voices too right now, right? Which I do receive. But if I am in fact supposed to be pushing forward kindness, love, consideration, and trying to do me, as we all say.
Mm-hmm.
We all trying to get ahead, and we ain't trying to do no harm to nobody. There's a couple of things that resonate with me at this moment. One, from the spiritual aspect, how does that rattle somebody else just by telling them? We don't know what kind of backstories these people have had in their experiences with firearms. So let's go back then. To the people, I am going to show a moment of vulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you are in my tribe right here, they know what this looks like all the time. But to you, I'm going to show you an example of that. You and I, when we first met each other, what was one of the first things that somebody else told you about me? You can tell me the first three things that anybody associated with us, because when they introduced you, they was like, oh yeah, like it was already in mutual shit.
Mm-hmm.
So they came at you and was like, oh yeah, this is, oh yeah, he. You can give me the top three things that were basically associated with what you heard about me. And what was known.
Man, I met you via Queen. So, it was all glowing things. All glowing things. Outside the fact that you were your fraternity, outside of that fraternity. Outside the fact, included in that, you were an educator. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know if it was specifically around gun ownership, but I knew you. Like I knew you had it.
Somehow.
I definitely knew
Somehow.
You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't get like maybe because we just knew because I met you via Queen. Like you just what I'm saying, you was super cool.
Yeah.
I remember the first thing you said to me, your full name. You said your full name.
Yeah.
I was like, that hadn't happened to me before. I was like, yeah, I ain't never had nobody say a full name. And I thought that was dope. I was like, I didn't forget it from that day. I was like, oh man, that's great. I never forgot it from that day. But then I did, I don't know, but at some point I knew, okay, he got that. He got the weapon.
I don't know.
I don't remember what point it was, but at some point.
You see, so
Yeah.
We was probably talking about it in some circle or something, and it came up.
Yeah.
and somebody was like, oh, Crowder, he got his. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he always got something. Or even
It might have been me because I was saying I am. Like I don't.
But you gotta remember though,
Listen, I'm not
the crew that we was, the crew that we was hanging around, like y'all all were carrying weapons, like legally.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
when I might have hung out, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But I mean, so it wasn't necessarily in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it was the environment in which y'all maybe felt comfortable to. That's why I was saying this. I think it's layers to it, right? You know what I mean? Sometimes you might not know, like, somebody like me who maybe didn't use, guns before, and just hearing somebody walk in the room, like, you know, if they just say, oh yeah, I'm ready.
Mhm.
I stay ready.
Yeah.
So you don't know how you can react to it. Like, damn, is it going to be a situation? Like, do I need to, like, what type of energy is it bringing? But I think it just depends on what like you were saying, like the people that you're around. Like if you gotta kind of know your crowd. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going into a crowd, just random people saying that, then now I'm just feeling like, oh, you're just trying to be braggadocious.
Yeah.
You just saying it just so you can get somebody going to get some comment, somebody will ask you questions about, you know. But if you're going around people that understand and know it, okay, that's cool. Like we figured you had that.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so let me ask this question back then. Because I heard you separate between being braggadocious and just being free-willing, letting everybody know it transparently, or just kind of letting it become associated with me or us through getting to know us, right? Let me start here. Better question. What's the difference in the two?
say it again.
What is the difference between being braggadocious and transparently letting anybody know the information about me being a firearm holder versus me selectively letting people know? Psychologically on the impact that it'll have on the people. What's the difference between those two scenarios?
Well, I think the scenario, is just dictated by, again, the environment you're going into. If you're walking to a space where you don't know anybody, right? And then you're just proclaiming, I have a gun. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm a concealed weapon. I'm like, I don't understand what that does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would have to ask the individual person, but I don't know.
Ooh, go ahead. Please allow me to ask this deeper question. And what about, let's take that man, right? That scenario, that woman, versus the person who gets on TV, gets on a international interview, who goes on social media and makes the same statement. Let me add a layer to it then. They're saying it as as like a warning. You come from my family. I got these things on me. That sounds braggadocious, does it not?
No, I mean, that's more intimidative, I think. It's supposed to. That when you go on social media and make that statement, that's meant to ward off anybody who thought they might, if you thought we was about to come over here and just throw some hands, like, nah, I'm waiting on you. Like, that's what they trying to tell you when you make that sort of statement. But I mean, that's what they're trying to invoke, whether it actually does that or not, until they meet that person that's trying to come find out. But
that's a good point, though. I think that's just that energy. But if you on, first of all, I don't think you should be on there. On there talking like that. First of all, nobody should right. But if you're on there, that's like you inviting that type of energy. It's almost like you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You know what I'm saying? You inviting that type of energy, like, because somebody could be like, you never know people online. Somebody could literally be like, oh, okay, let me go test you. Let me go test.
I don't like you doing that to the people.
I don't like you.
You trying to scare people.
You're a bully.
Somebody your own.
People do that. That's a real thing.
You pick on someone your own size. That's real though, right? Okay, so you do, okay. I have to say I 100% concur with you. At this point in my life, I was that person, right? And like I said, I feel like my flaw in that mindset was the fact that I did not consider. I acted in kindness because I didn't just transparently try to just tell any stranger. I did kind of just let it become associated. So if you hung out with me twice, by then you probably heard about it.
Right.
You knew there was somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And if you were to ask me, beans coming out.
But see, I received that. maybe I'm taking this a little different. I received that when y'all talked about, you know what I'm saying, y'all being ready. You know, I never took it as for me as I was like, oh, cool. Like, I know my man, I know sis, we good. You know what I'm saying? At least in terms of, if anything, you know what I'm saying, we can refuse to make this situation. That's how I took it. I never took it as like, he think he hard. You know?
Okay.
But I've been around situations with cats. And you know, when you grow up,
that way.
you in the street, no matter where you grow up, you seen stuff.
I was finna ask a question, but I think it's too much.
No,
I know I probably shouldn't ask this question. No.
Probably the perfect question. It's too much.
Okay. All right. So let's take it back to this time that I was that former self, right?
Yeah.
I was Mike, right? Respectfully. The people who was in that circle with us, right?
Yeah.
Were the people who ran within that circle with us who gave you that sentiment that you spoke of about this nigga just trying to show his shit, he just trying to be hard.
Yes, for sure.
Okay. Now,
but yeah.
In the circle was so within that circle, was it? You said that you didn't get that sentiment from the queen or myself, right?
Yeah.
Were we the only ones that you got that kind of vibe from? Or were there some more people within in that circle that you got this same kind of sentiment from?
Yeah, well, it's just, maybe it's me, but even the more braggadocious cats within our family, it's like cool. I think I feel like they want to let me know, hey, but at the end of the day, we good as a collective, as a family.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Now, I don't think they would do that with other people outside the space, you know what I'm saying, just within the family. I think it's more of a, you know your people, like, hey, look, I'm ready, baby, I'm ready, I have it. You know what I'm saying? And so for us, it was like, all right, cool, we good. We know we good in terms of that. I didn't necessarily take it as a, like, oh, damn, like, why you so, like, you know what I mean? But that's just me, though. Like, other people, you know, when they see that, they could be like, I mean, why you talking? Why? Why would you even talk about it? It's like, this is not even, we're not even in that space. We over here playing cards. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why do you need to bring that up? You know what I mean? So I would say, if I've had experiences with people that's outside my circle, right? Outside my space. They've kind of done that. And I'm like, you know, roll my eyes like, bruh, okay. I don't know, because I'm saying bruh, because I don't know what type of energy this person is on. You know, I don't know you, bro. Like, so
I'm with it.
You might not be as calm as my people. That's protection. You know what I'm saying? They lot calmer. They just, you know, you might be a hothead, or you might be, you know,
a brother nigga. Like, I want to show you a pretty lady might show up. And now you got to show, you know what I'm saying? I got to show my establishment now.
It's usually because I'm going to point at you since you're the female. It's a lot of times what we do in terms of just man interaction, you know, when the females come in, it's, you know, I start hooping harder. Like, okay, I'm about to, you know, let me do a little crossover. You know, so let me get back. Pull up for the three. You know, for the female. So a lot of the times, just because you want that energy, you might be around your people. You might be, you know, what we talk about. You know what I'm saying, drinking and smoking and stuff like that. And so you got all that mixed in with somebody that's not balanced emotionally, and they might more than likely they don't know how to properly use a firearm. Because where are we going to learn how to shoot? Where?
They have not come to see us.
Right.
They took one of our
classes. That's what I'm saying. So you doing this just because you grew up, you grew up seeing it, or that's what you saw. So now it's whatever, and now I got all this stuff, and now I got the females, and so the energy's gonna be there. I didn't get that from y'all though.
So, Man, so many of those points just went back into the teaching topics from the 101 course, right?
Yeah.
The online one.
Yeah.
Talking about the psychology behind firearm ownership, specifically how it gives an inflated rate of confidence to the firearm owner.
Yeah.
Then that messing with the psyche of those around them, giving them a false sense of safety.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, you know, how that, and then
That's a good point.
But the con of that, people getting a false sense of safety, they lose fucking alertness.
I'm not.
So when the epidemic happens, or whatever situation comes up, and that person is supposed to react a certain way because they weren't trained by VTS, you know, they're gonna react the wrong way. The people who feel so safe by this person, false sense thereof, the con, right? Then they are not gonna react. Y'all are gonna freeze. Y'all gonna do just what y'all doing right now, looking at me. And I'm gonna be over here fucking up. Looking at me do some wrong shit. Why you fumbling? You know what I'm saying? Ain't you the nigga with the gun? And I'm looking like Barney Fife over here doing some, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't, you know, I don't know what to do. I'm not alert. I'm not trained in this. I'm not ready for that. I don't have a mindset, you know, and all of this. And then everybody hurt. The thing that usually happens is I am the one who hurts you all. One way or another.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? But all of that happened because I wanted to tell y'all I carry guns. So we was in that rabbit hole, and I pulled us all the way back up to the tip of it. And I said, all just because I want to tell y'all that.
Right.
All of that can happen because of my simple statement.
Right. That's good. That boy good.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I see. That's what so that's what just in hearing that, like, that's what the harm that can be done for lack of consideration. Even though I did it in all love and all kindness, that was just my way to show love and kindness in that level of my mindset, that level of my journey in life, right? That's what I thought what I was doing as the best practice for me and my people.
Protect. Let me let y'all know we got it. It gives us a false sense of security. Like, oh, we good. We good. We got it.
Let me tell you another reason why that is not beneficial. Why would you need to know that I have a firearm if you are not involved in the plan by which we would need to clear this area? You knowing I have a firearm, if somebody else is a threat, you're going to look at me, ain't you? They're going to look at you, look at me, and they're going to say, oh, that's the nigga with the gun. And then they going to come after me. So,
I'm snitching. Without even knowing.
Exactly. It's him. But if you do know that I have a firearm, that's because you also are a part of this emergency plan that we got in place. So if we go out in public, just like A and B, have roles if some shit were to go down, you know, type stuff. That's the only reason, and those are the only people that know about you and your firearm ownership, right? But that's, you know,
that makes sense. I think that makes sense from.
I'm just sipping my tea on that. I'm gonna just sip my tea on that.
I think that makes sense from a cognitive standpoint. Like, I get what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like, because you want to be on your P's and Q's, right? It's almost like when you're young, you go out drinking, right? And you and your crew go out drinking. It's the one cat that's not going to drink. Because he's the driver. You gonna drink, you drinking, you doing your thing, you partying because you know your man. But then, what if you look over and you got a man's like me who's like, I'm not gonna drink it, I drink.
Right.
You're sober. I'm saying
so many times have we been out, and he was like, "Hey, no, bro, I'm driving. I'm not drinking." And next thing going on, I'm standing at the bar, look to the right. Hey,
What is right? I'm just doing one. Just doing one. Knowing
But
one.
you holding two.
Knowing one turn.
You doing like this at the bar.
It's all right. So I'm just saying, like, so that false sense of, I get what you're saying.
Hmm.
Like, it gives you, like, oh, I'm about to go out and have a good time, but not knowing, like, hey, bro, I need to maybe not take that third and fourth drink because just in case bro get whatever, I need to be on my P's and Q's. So that makes sense. Like, so at all times, when you in the space, especially in the time we're living in now, like if you go into movie theaters, which is terrible, the fact that you even got to think about if you go into the movie theater.
That's a strategy.
Right. If you're going in the mall or your local, you know, whatever convenience store, like you got to think about wild stuff like that. Man, it's tough. Yeah, I do understand what you're saying though. Like when we first started talking, I'm like, I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I really threw it in my head. I don't understand. I don't even, you know, what is that? And then after we just even talking about it, I'm like, oh shoot, yeah. Dang, I get it. Like, yeah, that can mess up a whole lot, especially if they don't know. I mean, if they don't know you well enough to know that I have this and there's a plan associated with it for the situation. You know, I never even thought about that until I started vibing with y'all. Like, to me, y'all got a plan. Like, what you mean? Like, you shoot, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like how y'all train the you know, little mamas and stuff like that. I'm like, dang, I never even thought about
education.
Like, I mean, I thought about having my daughters in martial arts and stuff, but I never thought about like, oh man, they might need to, they should, not even might, they should know how to operate one of these things. You know what I mean? Along with their hands and their mind. You know what I'm saying? So I'm actually, this is cool. I learned a lot.
Oh, as a side note, after they reach a minimum age and mental mindset level, which you can get assessment and all those resources through us, or you can get them for free online too. We get that kind of stuff away for free. But we wanted to make sure we said that because we knew some people was going to try to come back at us. Oh, y'all just trying to teach the babies how to do it.
Right.
They wasn't even woke and then they was holding a firearm. You know how they are.
They only got the little part. Y'all listen to the whole
No. I heard was babies and shoot the babies. Babies and shoot. Babies and shoot. Come on, man. No, we didn't say that at all. But yes, after they reach the certain age, minimum age and certain, you know, mental mindset level, you know, which you thoroughly assess through communication and just learning you know, your relationship with your child. So
yes, sir. All right, y'all. Peace and love.